Hi, everyone. I just had my office meeting this morning and read some updates that I wanted to share with you about real estate related things. And we went over statistics for Tri Valley and Tri City. So, Tri City is like Fremont, Union City, Newark. And that area showed a decrease of active homes for sale in this last 6 months from July of 273 homes on the market to January today of 145 homes on the market. Inventory has been steadily dropping since summer last year. And I always say that the best time to sell your home is right after the Super Bowl, but it looks like January this year has been phenomenal also. And then the Tri-Cities, which is Dublin and Livermore and Pleasanton. And this saw a tremendous drop. Now, this is just for all those cities. July of last year in the summer, we had 231 homes for sale. This month, January, we have 67 homes for sale. And I know we're getting multiple offers across the board. Prices seem to have stabilized, though they did really jump, and they seem to have stabilized, but we don't have the sold statistics for this month yet. So another thing that happened to me last week, I've got a first-time buyer who's trying to move out of San Francisco into Montclair and found a house that she loved. The house was completely booked for showings for like the whole weekend. There were 43 offers that came in Wednesday on this house. So I can only imagine how much the price was driven up by that activity. And I mean, I felt the house was underpriced when I saw it. Definitely underpriced, but not like ridiculously underpriced. But apparently the market felt it was a very good value. And one thing I think also, that house in Montclair, it had the potential for an in-law setup downstairs. You know, prices are so high now, and one way for people to address their high monthly payment is to rent out rooms in the house. Well, most people don't want to share their space, their kitchen, their bathroom with someone they don't know. It's hard enough to share it with people you do know. So this house had a separate entrance with a little kitchenette and a bathroom. I think some of that was not permitted, but you know, and it was definitely rentable. It was a very nice space. And then I do know there was a house that I saw a couple years ago. The owners actually bought it with the intent of renting out the 3 rooms downstairs in an Airbnb situation. And I remember reading that they were pulling in $43,000 annually on income on Airbnb. And I thought, wow, this has got to be a typo. But I went and saw it as absolutely beautifully done. And one of the tenants was long term because he commutes from the valley, you know, Modesto or somewhere. Great, perfect roommate, never home, at work all the time. And on weekends, he goes back to his house that he owns in somewhere further inland. So, you know, it is a great way to finance your payments. Another thing I heard in my office, a guy said that homes that he is selling in Livermore area are getting 20% more than they were last year. And maybe 10% even in the last like month or something compared to last year. So, you know, these low interest rates and a shortage of inventory are really driving prices up. It's great for the sellers. It's just terrible if you're a buyer, which is why you have to be very strategic when you're a buyer about how to make sure your offer is the one that gets accepted. And a couple of other things I thought were interesting. This came across, I think, the California Association of Realtors. They send out weekly updates. And they talk about how moving home could help renters save for a down payment in less than 2 years. You know, how much they would save on average rent for a 1 bedroom. Based on the U.S. median 1 bedroom rent, it would take 11 months to save for a 5% down payment for the median price home in the United States. Well, in the San Francisco Bay Area, the statistics are, so if you move back in with mom and dad, for example, assuming it's the kids, you know, it would take 21 months for someone to save for the 5% down payment to buy a house in the greater San Francisco Bay Area, and that included Oakland and Hayward. So, um, and then one more thing to be aware of if you're a property owner is that legislation was just signed into law, SB 91, that provides financial assistance to qualifying housing providers and tenants of up to 80% of the unpaid rent accrued since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. And it also extends the current statewide eviction moratorium law until June 30th, 2021. So this one is designed to help some of the property owners whose tenants saw a decrease in income, didn't pay their mortgage or only paid partial, maybe had bumped down hours at work, weren't making as much. And then this owner couldn't evict them because of the moratorium on evictions due to COVID-19. So I don't know the ins and outs on that. It just was signed into law, and then we'll get more documentation, as the legal experts analyze it. So that's what I have for you today. Just want to keep you informed what's going on out there. Give me a call or reach out to me by any means that you'd like, and we can discuss this further. I'd love to help you in your real estate needs. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.